Become a member, sign in, and start streaming today.
Well, let's get to our favorite part of the show, Disgrace of the Week. As always, Ms. Calhoun, we start with you.
I have to go with President Donald Trump encouraging people to vote twice in Colorado if they can. Vote once with their ballot, then go to the polling place and see if they can vote again. He is the President of the United States, and basically you should not be arguing for people to break the law and try to vote twice. Colorado has done a good job. It's taken a while to have its mail-in voting campaign. We hope it holds up. Secretary of State Jenna Griswold went out and defended our system, but we do not need the President of the United States encouraging illegal voting.
David.
The woman in Boulder who beat up a 12-year-old for carrying a pro-Trump sign on his bike.
Penn, we go to you next for your Disgrace of the Week.
I'd say the promoters of Proposition 115, where in a country where Roe versus Wade is still the law of the land, why they would promote a measure with no exceptions for the health of the mother, the health of the child, or rape or incest seems beyond the pale. And I wish we would just quit having these debates over this issue.
Natasha, we go to you next.
We've known that our cultural institutions have been hit hard, but the news this week that Denver Arts and Venues is doing furloughs, Colorado Ballet has laid off their dancers. It feels like the day the music died. Now, that being said, I know that Colorado creatives will not let this be the end of that chapter. I know it will come back, but it's a sad week to know that so many of those venues and voices won't be heard.
Time to say something nice about somebody. Patty?
We are heading into one of the more unusual Labor Day weekends ever. So let's stop and think about the people who have been working so hard through COVID, the healthcare workers who are putting their lives on the line, the first responders. And let's also think about the people who've lost their jobs and are looking for work and give them some thought. Shout out to them.
David.
Democrats say that Trump is an authoritarian, an incipient monarchist with a personality disorder. Republicans say Biden has cognitive decline and that lots of Democrats are pro-looting and prefer the Cuba-Venezuela system of government compared to the U.S. one. Instead of everybody being so polarized, maybe we should acknowledge that both parties can be right at the same time.
Or we can be cynical at the same time. Penn, we go to you to say something nice.
I want to give props to the artist Detour and a personal thanks for the mural of my father he's painted on the wall of the Boulder Public Library, which is where my mother used to work also. So thank him for that. If you get a chance to see it online or in person, it's just a beautiful tribute to my dad. Thank you, Detour.
Penn, I will echo that your dad was not only a legendary leader in this city in this community for a variety of different reasons, but he was also one of the first board members of this very organization, PBS 12. So without him, a lot of people would not be around, namely this station. So we appreciate our very small part of his large legacy. Natasha, we go to you.
Well, there's absolutely no way that I can top that. So I do know that I must make a trip up to Boulder soon to see that mural. Really quickly, I will say that there are reports of snow. The temperature is changing. The aspen leaves are just starting to show a little bit of color. So fall is nearly here, which means that in this time warp of 2020, time is actually passing.
It feels that fall is basically going to be Tuesday or going to be Monday night between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. So get out there and enjoy it, because by 9 p.m. it's going to be winter, and then I don't know. It's 2020. It's Colorado. It's just wild. We'll go from 90 degrees to 40 degrees. Who else but here in Colorado?